Hey, what's up everyone? In today's video I have a very cool lock for you. It's the BKS Multipin. Probably the rarest BKS lock there is. So what's this all about? Let's take a look at the key. At first sight it doesn't look too special, just a normal key, but if you flip it and look from the top, we can see that there are two bitting surfaces up there. So indeed, we have 10 pins in total, arranged in 2 rows. There are 5 pins in each row. Before I show you the pins and the plug, let's get this out of the way. It's just a normal housing, nothing too special about it. So let's see the plug. So here are the chambers for the key pins, some drill protection in the front, and you can see they're offset and there's 5 on each side, kind of similar to the DOM IX locks, with the exception that this is of course a pin tumbler lock. Let's take a look at the keyway, and I think this is pretty important to show you. I don't know if it will be visible. I guess, maybe, because this is what makes this lock a lot more difficult than it should be, honestly. Well, yeah. You can see that there are 2 pieces of wording, one on the bottom left and one a little bit higher on the right. So this one and this one, okay, hope you see it. And these are the codes why picking this lock is so awkward, because the pins on the right are not that difficult to reach, because you can pick from the wording on the bottom left if you want. It's pretty convenient. But the pins that are on the left, that's not so convenient, because actually it's not, at least I didn't manage to set them from the right wording, because I was oversetting stuff. So I needed to sort of, pick it from the bottom of the keyway. I will show you how in a second. Let's take a look at the pins first. So for key pins we have these, let's just call them T pins for, let's put the light back here, I guess. Let's call them T pins. Yeah, you can see that their shape is like a T pin, right? And these can get overset and get stuck under the like on the narrow part, under the neck of it. And this happened to me more often than not. It's like it really works kind of well, and it makes a nice click. So before you realize what's going on, you're overset, and it's very inconvenient, to say the least. So all of the 10 key pins are these T pins. And for the drivers we have some standards. I will not show you the standard pins, of course, you know what a standard looks like. And yeah, you know what a spool looks like, but at least it's more interesting than a standard. So we have some spools in here. I forgot how many I had, I don't know, but anyway, these spools really work. These spools work, and they work in a quite different way, because if you watched the Monitor Darklist video, he mentioned that he had to set the spools first and then the standards, and this is very true. I can only agree with this, because if I try to set the standards like you normally would in another lock, the spools would just drop everything. So that was kind of interesting, and yeah, these spools basically have to be set as soon as possible. Luckily enough, the sides were isolating quite well, so at least I got that going on for me. But other than that, it was a really tricky pick, honestly, not an easy lock to pick. So the way I did it was I ended up using this Multipick V06, and that was basically it. I mentioned that picking the right side was not that bad because I could use this wording, but picking the left side was kind of awkward, so I went from the bottom of the keyway and I sort of just touched the pins like on the right side of the key pin, if you know what I mean. So I could not get right under them because of this bottom wording, but I had to go at them at an angle and sort of, you know, just push them up by only touching the right half of the tip of the key pin, so if you understand. So this created a problem that it was very easy to slip off these key pins, so I needed to let off tension at least on the beginning of the lift in order to be able to, or to prevent slipping, and then when I reached it I could like put in some tension so I didn't drop other stuff. So that was probably the trickiest part. The other thing I noticed that, I don't know if it's due to the age of the lock, but it acted kind of tapered. Some of the pins needed to be set multiple times, so that was another issue I had to solve somehow. And yeah, basically the shape of keyway and the fact that it's not always that easy to get under the pins you want made this a much more difficult pick than I was expecting it to be. So yeah, for tensioning I found this hooligan bar very useful. It just fits perfectly, almost a snug fit. You don't need a completely snug fit of course, but it was very convenient for me to pick it like that. What else? I guess that is all there is to say about this lock. Well, I will repeat myself, but it's really more difficult than it looks like. So definitely an enjoyable pick. Unfortunately, these are discontinued, so it's not that easy to get a hold of them anymore. But if you do, I hope you will find this video helpful. And before the pick starts, I want to apologize because the video will end quite abruptly. As I was zooming on the pins, I realized the battery is going to die out. So I don't know if it will be visible, the pins after the pick. I hope it will. And yeah, that's just the last thing I wanted to mention. Okay, so enough rambling. I guess we can start the pick, so enjoy. Alright, here we go. Key works. Start on the right side. So 3. I'll click there. 4. I will click there. 5. Okay, something out of 5. Come back to 1. Can we? Absolutely, click on 1. 2 is binding. Okay, click on 2 and a little bit of rotation. It might mean we can move to the left side, so let's try it. Okay, click on 3. It's a good sign. Something out of 4. Maybe something out of 5, or I just slipped my pick. I will see. 2 is binding now, pretty hard. I'll click on 2. Okay. 1, nothing there. Okay. Let's check the back pins again. Now it's gonna get difficult. 3. Okay, this should be 4. Again, it's very easy to slip off these pins. Really, like, super easy. Okay, there's something out of 4. Not a nice click, but click nevertheless. And 5 remains to be weird, but I'm gonna let him alone. Okay, I'm getting some binding on 1, which is a very good sign, as you can see. Okay, I got it open. Perfect. So let's lock him back up and got this thing. Okay. Put it here, I guess. And yeah, where's my tools? Here, here, and here. Okay, so this circlip. Does this work? Should. Okay, the key. This should go out pretty smoothly. Hopefully. Indeed. Okay, so let's put the right row on the top and left row on the bottom. Okay, so there is keeping one from the right, keeping one from the left. This is 3 on the right, 3 on the left, 4 on the right, 4 on the left, we have 2 on the right here, and 5 on the left here, and 2 on the left, and 5 on the right. Perfect. So we have the key pins out, and now let's get this thing. So I don't wanna mess this up. So the right side I was putting on the top, and the right side becomes the left side basically when I turn the lock around. So right side is this one. The right side goes on the top. So left, top, right, bottom. Okay. This is right, bottom, left, top, right, bottom, left, top, right, bottom, left, top, right, bottom, left, top, and right, bottom, and left, top. Cool. And these springs go out pretty easily. Looks like that's all of them, but let's count them just for good measure. Arrange this a little. Okay, I think we have them all. Okay, perfect. We didn't lose anything, we didn't twist anything or mangle. Always a nice thing. Alright, let me give you a close-up on the pins before my battery dies, which will be soon.